going on, guys? Zephyrnix here. I want to talk about the Royal Rumble results because I am a big fan of the Royal Rumble. It's literally my favorite pay-per-view of all time. I don't even like WrestleMania that much compared to the Royal Rumble. Why? Because during the Royal Rumble, anything can happen. Anyone can come out. You never know who's going to be a wrestler. You never know who's going to do that. And granted, they're usually not the winner, but still fun to watch. So, first and foremost, you had the surprises were literally right out the gate. So you had Mr. Dolph Ziggler come out. Dolph Ziggler talking about, I don't care who number 2 is, I'm going to wrestle him anyway, I'm going to win the entire Royal Rumble. And so what happened was that all of a sudden you heard Chris Jericho came out. So it's like, oh, okay, off the bat is already some surprises. So it kept going. Kofi Kingston, just really want to mention Kofi Kingston real quick. At one part, Kofi Kingston actually almost got eliminated. He got knocked off the apron, and when he got knocked off the apron, Tensai was actually out there, and he fell on. He had to jump on the back of Tensai not to get eliminated. And then somehow, in some shape, I forget how, but he ended up laying on his back on the announce table. So in order to get back, what he did was he took JBL's chair, right, and used it as a pogo stick to go ahead and get back into the ring. You know, I'm like, and remember, the year before that, I think it was 1 or 2 years, he actually stood on his hands in order to not get eliminated. Because technically speaking, in order to get eliminated, both your feet have to touch the floor. So already another great performance by Kofi Kingston. And then, so Cody Rhodes was in the ring, and all of a sudden, another performer came out, Goldust. And you guys already know, if you guys know me, you guys know I'm a huge fan of Goldust. Goldust is literally one of my top 3 wrestlers of all time. Dead serious. And of course, Cody Rhodes is definitely starting to build up with me. I'm sitting like, I like this guy. Every single time I see about this guy wrestle, I'm really starting to like the way the guy, how he wrestles, how he performs, and things of that nature. So, it was already against, they were head-to-head each other out the gate. Bang. Cody Rhodes versus Goldust 2, going head-to-head. And then something really cool happened. What happened was that, this one guy, I don't remember who it was. Might have been, Dolph Ziggler. But anyway, the guy came out of nowhere and kicked Goldust in the chest, right? So then Goldust came out and kicked him back, and then Cody Rhodes, instead of going after his brother, dropped on his back and then did Goldust's uppercut right to the other guy. So it was like amazing. It was like awesome because of the fact that it was kind of like I don't like you, you don't like me, but we got a mutual respect going on there, storyline wise at least. You guys know how they are in real life. But at any rate, so that was awesome. That was fantastic. So keep on going. Later on. Basically the whole time they were for the most part going after each other. It was great. Like I said before, I'm a big fan of Cody Rhodes versus Goldust. I need to do a simulation of that on WWE 13. Another thing is that who else came out? Oh, The Godfather. So The Godfather comes out, and I'm loving it because I'm hearing I'm like, so I'm like, okay, Godfather came out there, enjoyed it. Of course, when it all settled, I believe it was, let me see, who was it? I think it was Ryback, and it was John Cena, and then it was Sheamus who went out there. And then right when I saw that, they all started like looking at each other, sizing each other up and everything. I said, oh my God, is WWE trying to go ahead and set the stage for another Rock versus Cena? Come on now. Don't tell me you're doing that again. Because, WWE is known for rehashing stuff. So, sure enough, John Cena wins the Royal Rumble again. So, I'm like, oh my God, that's what they're going to do. So, in normal cases, I'm like, well, okay, I'm done. But today I said, you know what? I'm going to watch the final match. So, the final match, Rocky versus CM Punk. Decent match. What happened was the lights went off, and then they got attacked, and all of a sudden, Rocky's sitting on the ground. And I'm like, God damn, bro, you extra winded right now. So, and it's funny because at the time, I think it was, what happened? I think it was a count out, I forget. Anyway, long story short, CM Punk won. So, CM Punk won, he's cheering to the crowd. CM Punk not even remotely winded, Rock on the outside looked like he can barely exist anymore. And then all of a sudden, the CEO comes out and says, he says, I told you if the Shield got involved, you were going to go ahead and get your belt revoked. So they were like, okay, I'm going to take the belt. And then what happened was Rock says, let me put it this way. Rock says, oh no, we ain't ended it like that. And all that. Anyway. So what happened was, long story short, they went in the back and started the match again. And then here's the funny part. So are you trying to tell me that CM Punk went in there, whooped Rock's ass real quick, jumped off the rope, hit him with an elbow? Rock was able to not only kick out, but hit CM Punk with a spine buster, Rock people's elbow, and then actually pin him to the point where CM Punk didn't get up. So what? Is CM Punk's kryptonite elbows? What's going on? You know? I'm like, no. I mean, I understand how wrestling goes, but you could have painted a better picture than that. That is the reason why I am a TNA man. And I prefer TNA, and I mean that more than one way. But, yeah, TNA, they paint way better pictures than this one. Anyway, so I'm done right now. Let me know, for you guys who actually watched the Royal Rumble, let me know what you guys think. I'm going to go ahead and actually watch today's Raw, just to kind of see how things paint out, you know, the aftermath picture and all that. You guys have a good night. Zeph out.